Hey everyone, welcome back to Visit the Villages, Florida. I am Kaitlyn with LPT Realty and I hope you are ready because I'm going to show you some statistics today because it seems like everybody has questions or just conflicting information regarding sales and everything that's happening in the villages. So we're going to dive right into the latest sales statistics in the Villages, Florida for the month of February 2025. Whether you're a buyer, a seller, or just curious about the numbers, this video will hopefully break down everything you need to know. Alright, so we're going to kick things off with the headline numbers. According to recent data from the Stellar MLS, our local multiple listing service, the median sales price in the villages stands at about $381,000, which marks a decrease of about 4% from this time last year. The average sold price in February 2024 was $406,900. Currently, February has about 118 homes that were sold, a sign that the market is active, but only about 20% of the homes on the market sold from the pool of what is available. We are just shy of about 700 active listings available right now, but we're going to talk about that here in a second in a little bit more detail. Homes are spending an average of about 70 days on the market before going under contract. This count has been pretty steady over the last few months, dating back to about July of 2024. But on a positive note, most transactions are closing near the list price as indicated by a 97.5 list price to sale price ratio. This is also pretty steady for the area with the statistics going all the way back to November of about 2022. During the peak 2020-2022 era, we were seeing a lot of the homes going for asking price, but over the last few years, there's been about a 3.5% wiggle room with negotiations happening when we are accepting offers. All right, so we're going to take a look at some charts so we can get a good visual. I'm going to leave the graphics up for a few seconds, but feel free to pause if you need more time to look at them. All right, so here we have a comparison of active listings versus sold listings for the last 5 years. The active listings are in green and the sold homes are in blue. These numbers show a buyer's market. We are definitely not in that COVID 2020-2022 buying frenzy that some people remember for this area. Now, one thing that I do like to nerd out a little bit on this because people panic when they see this graphic, but what we're going to do is ignore the section of the COVID 2020-2022 because that was a wild outlier. But you can see that the homes sold all remain around the same wavelength in the last 3 years and before that COVID bubble. Yes, there is the normal ebb and flow of seasonality, but as a whole, we are seeing a range of about 130 to 180 houses sold per month. We are oversaturated on listings, there is no denying that, but there are just as many buyers that are still looking to purchase. Here's another numerical comparison for the last year and a bar graph for our visual people too. Now you might notice that different sources report varying information. Like Realtor.com says that our listing price is $399,000 and the sold price is $385,000. Other platforms are saying that we have an inventory of over 800 active listings and they're selling in under 2 months. These differences highlight that while the overall trends are clear, buyers are still buying steady and we do have a large amount of inventory on the market. The numbers vary because it depends on where the information is getting pulled from. Our information is getting pulled from the Stellar MLS, but the third-party sites usually pull from tax records, and tax records can have non-arm's length sales, the quitclaim deeds, and family property transfers. So it takes a little bit longer for correct numbers to get uploaded there. So what does this mean for you? Sellers, I'm talking to you. It is important to price your home realistically. We are looking at the solid sale price to list price ratio. Pricing your home competitively is a key to attracting serious buyers without leaving money on the table. Gone are the days that we can just throw a price out to the wild and see how many people it will attract. If your home is overpriced, you will be overlooked because there are many other homes on the market for a buyer to choose from. We want to start looking at things that will set your home apart from others. Yes, it may be price, it may be location, it may be condition. We have to put all of those together as one to see what product we are presenting to the same pool of buyers that is looking at every other home on the market. Maybe we can paint the home before it hits the market. Maybe there's some flooring that you can change. Maybe your house needs a new roof. All of these things are items that we must take into consideration before presenting the home to a buyer. They have too many options to just look at yours and say, this is it, this is done. I have to make a decision today. Now, buyers, you have more power than you've had in the past few years. You get to take your time and look through a larger inventory of homes to find exactly what you're looking for. There is room to negotiate on the list price, and in some circumstances, sellers are even negotiating furniture or golf carts. It is also worth mentioning that the Villages remains one of the top-selling master plan communities in the country. There is rapid growth compared to some other areas of the country, but is still growing on a pretty steady pace based off of their own historical data. Before making any decisions, though, remember that these statistics are snapshots in time. We're always going to consult with a local real estate agent for the most current insights tailored to your specific situation. The Villages real estate market is truly unique, so having the ability to have an agent that lives and works in this area is a must. So that wraps up our latest sales and statistics in the Villages, Florida. What do you think about the numbers? Do you think we're on track? Are you worried? Is this a bubble? Let me know in the comments, and if you would like to see any other graphs or numbers for a future video, drop it below. If you found this video helpful, hit that subscribe button, the like button, and get updates for all of our market stats. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.